is the most excited I've been for a GNCC. A couple reasons. I finally got that first couple race nervousness out the system. You know, I was racing in Virginia, I was doing pretty well. I was in C-class last year. But you only get lapped a couple times, you know, you're not getting blown by all of A-class. I'm getting passed by 100 dudes. So now, you know, I kind of got that out my system. And then I went back to Virginia, had a decent race last week. So it's I do know how to ride. I can ride. So I have high hopes for tomorrow, just how I feel out there on the bike. I'm excited for it. Here go the track. Let's get it in my system now. We're driving down the road. This man Ricky want to beat me so bad he's practicing on his bike. Hey, we got a beautiful day though. Woo-wee! Sun shining. Yes, yeah! Y'all hear that? All right, the dirt looks like it's absolutely prime. Prime conditions. This is exciting. We got prime conditions. Last time we were here, it was wet and it was all stupid rutted out. But man, this dirt's looking prime. How you doing, man? Wow, what a beautiful day. Hi, sunshine. Okay, word on the street is that Tiger Run is just Big Buck in reverse. So, I mean, I can't tell, but hey, I'm excited. Dirt is looking perfect. Dusty, a little bit dusty. You gotta have to get the whole shot and be out. Whole shot Dougie tomorrow?
Big time.
Look at this.
Look how deep it's I'm 7 foot tall and I can stand all the way up in this rut.
If you bang it though, look at that berm. I don't have nuts like that. Dope little setup over here. Got the hammocks. And some fast guys. Uh-oh, we got some drama. Hey, but y'all saw my man take this line? Yeah. He hit this line. Everybody else went this way. Wow. That's a hot line. Good for him. All right, here's the hot line from the other angle. That's the main. That's where Fast Dude went. He said, oh, I see the line. Gone. So I grew up riding quads and some dirt bikes. Mostly quads, though, for the majority of it. And now, racing dirt bikes, and when I go back to try to ride quads, dude, those things beat the piss out of you. I'm happy with dirt bikes. I'm happy with dirt bikes. That is. Quads, quit eating up my track. think I'm at the wrong spot. There we go. That's much better. That's much better. Much better. There's the real red. Okay.
Now I'm doing this air off my
One mullet down. It's still early though. But we have our first mullet, and it was on like a 5-year-old. It was pretty vicious. It was a vicious mullet. I gotta be quiet talking about mullets. In mullet country, it's dangerous. Look at this pit. Look at this pit. Can you see it pouring out?
IMS drive rate.
Whip. Ballin'. Oh, they're all coming in for pits now. Let's watch them. All right, somebody set a timer. Pre-race pump complete. Ricky tricked me. He said, oh, let's get up. Let's go work out. By myself. Sorry. We got it, Ian. It's finally bike day. It's finally bike day. Ah, that smells good too. That 2-stroke with the race fuel. Let me get a candle of that. So I never raced minis, but man, the minis look so much fun. You got these little dudes on these little bikes and they are pinned. Watch, this dude about to come out here screaming. Of course I say that, but hey, these things are dope. Get a little dude. Oh, he's sending it. All right, the conditions are looking really prime. It can be a little dusty. It looks like it's going to be a little dusty if you're, close up on somebody. Definitely dusty at the start, but once it opens up a little bit, it should be prime. I mean, the dirt feels nice and loose, and like the right amount of moisture still being holding it out. It's gonna be a good one. Yeah. Here we go. All right, so yesterday I was mentioning how glad I am that I race bikes and not quads. Here's a perfect example. Quads, gotta stay there. Dirt bikes can make hot lines anywhere. Get him, gas. That's a wrap on the minis. That's a wrap.
Here's the Dunlop Tires Tiger Run GNCC.
Okay, full. All right, we're about midway through the morning. Oh, nice, got a little battle going on. And it looks like the track conditions are still just about prime with a touch of dust. A touch of dust. So it's important to get the whole shot and be out, right? No, it should be a good one. It should be a good one. The field sections look a little dusty, but through the woods it still looks pretty good. Through the woods it still looks pretty good. Nice line, dude. I picked 6 lines. I may not be the fastest, the most technique bound, I'm the swaggiest, and I picked 6 lines. And I'm the buffest. Told you. Put that on the tape. Put that on his tape. Put that on my tape. Had to throw that in. All right, we just finished up. I feel like something's missing here. Something missing? That was about as hard of a race as you could get with prime conditions. It was crazy because it was actually prime. It was super prime. The dirt felt great, but there was like a bunch of these up and downs that were really, really tough. Couple little mud spots. The hills. It was just hard. It was just a hard race. That was nuts. I was not expecting it to be quite that challenging. It was like fast, and then it would get super technical, and then it'd be back to fast, and then super technical. It wasn't as bad as Florida. It wasn't as bad as the General in Georgia. That one was number 2. So far, Big Buck was the best race. Ironically, this one was second place. Maybe Florida and then Georgia. I don't like the Georgia race after I got stuck in that mud hole. But 4 GNCCs down. Here we go.